What's going on, y'all? This is your boy Mitch of Mitchspiration. If this is your first time coming to my channel, welcome. You could have been anywhere in the world, but you're here with me. And if you're back because you're a subscriber, I appreciate y'all. The numbers have been going up no matter how inconsistent I've been. So for that, I appreciate y'all. Today, I'm going to do a quick juicing job. This is actually for my mom. She sent me a text message about some kind of juicing recipe she saw on some magazine, so she wanted me to do it. I got to get my mom a juicer, but I have a spare one. I'm going to give that to her, but at some point I'm going to get her like a better one, something more like mine. But I'm going to go ahead and get this thing popping, so ride with me. Yeah, and let's enjoy making this juice for my mom. So let me look this up real quick. So this juice my mom found is called Kale Tonic Fresh Juice. The ingredients are kale, Fuji apples, English cucumbers, and lemon. Apparently, she must have had this drink when she went to First Watch, which is like a breakfast spot. And it looks like she went on the First Watch website and looked at the menu and saw this recipe. So she must have thought, oh, my son's got a juicer. He can make it for me. So, we're going to get into it, man. So I went to Lidl. I got a cucumber right here. Got a bag of kale right here. I got some lemons right here. I got some apples. So these are all the necessary ingredients to make this shake. So we gonna get into it, man. The most important thing you want to do, as always, when you're juicing is clean, wash, rinse, whatever you do to your ingredients. You want to do that, and then go from there. Why did they wrap this in plastic, bro? But yeah, so I'm gonna just rinse this cucumber off. Got my handy dandy knife. I'm gonna just kind of chop this into decent sized pieces, big enough to fit in my juicer because it's not the largest juicer. So that's one thing you'll learn about the juicing life. You have to cut fruits and vegetables based on the size of your juicer. Some juicers you can drop the whole thing in there for real. I'm trying to get one of those because sometimes this chopping stuff is for the birds, but it's for the mom. So I'm gonna look out for my mom and make sure she's straight. But yeah, you can chop this up in about half size, 1 inch, half size pieces. And then we just gonna throw this thing in the juicer. Hopefully this one cucumber is enough because that's all I got. And then we just gonna let the Lord do his work, man. So here we go. And while that's doing that, I'm gonna start working on these apples. So these are the Fuji apples. They're not the best looking apples I've seen, but it's better than nothing. So I'm gonna just rinse them. Cut these into quarter size pieces. And I'm gonna just add these in. Y'all, I'm tweaking today. The apples is disappearing, but I'm gonna cut these apples up, let them do their thing. And this is really the easy part, like, not really much to it, but to do it. All summer I've been juicing, but I've only been juicing watermelons. Watermelons do provide a new level of hydration. And I kept hearing people say that, and I was like, man, I'm gonna try it myself. So I've been juicing watermelons, man. And I've been feeling like super full. not even super hungry like that. I guess the moisture from the hydration from the watermelon itself fills you up. So that's why it's not a huge deal. Trying to push this thing down. There you go. Sometimes you gotta play with it so you can get the motion you need. So I only got 6 of these apples. This is gonna be a small batch. This is gonna be a test run for my mom. If she likes it, she can, by that time she'll have her own juicer. She can increase her quantity. But I'm being a good son today, man. And I'm just gonna do what my mom say do. My days will be longer if I honor my parents. That's what the Bible says. So I'm gonna just do what the Bible says. Looks like we having some technical difficulties here. I don't know if these pieces ain't cut good enough. There we go. Once again, it's important to know what size to cut all these ingredients at so it doesn't disrupt anything with the process. My juicer is smaller, so I typically do, for the most part, make time to do this because it is going to be a longer wait as opposed to having a larger juicer. So my juicer is small but mighty. She puts in real work, so them apples is getting dropped in. I'm gonna add some more. Probably need to cut this again. My favorite apples to juice are Granny Smith apples. I like the sourness of it. Granny Smith, Honey Crisp, and Gala apples are my favorite, but this recipe calls for Fuji apples, so that's what my mom wants. Them Granny Smiths do hit though. Them Granny Smiths do hit. And I will say, since I started juicing more, I do feel better, so that part is true, at least for me. I know sometimes people try to make convincing arguments as to why you should juice and talk about all these lifestyle changes and stuff. But yeah, juicing works for me. I'm gonna just keep dropping these in. Shouldn't be too much longer. So I'm actually gonna stop this for a second. As you can see, it's coming out pretty green, even just from that cucumber. That's where the actual green color is coming from, that one cucumber. Once we do the kale, it'll definitely be a darker shade of green. But yeah, so far so good. I'm not gonna bore y'all with this process. I'm gonna stop right here and then come back a little later once we get started with the kale and the lemons. Then we'll do a taste test and then it'll be ready for my mom. One thing I will say is that when it comes to juicing, and if you're looking for a specific flavor profile, you want to make sure that you're kind of aware of the flavors of whatever the ingredients are that you're going to be juicing. So apples are always going to be true to taste. So they're going to either provide a sweetness or a sourness depending on what type of apple you have. So if you like the sour way, you want to go Granny Smith. If you want to go sweeter, you have your choice of the Honey Crisps, the Galas, the Fuji, anything that's really not Granny Smith for real. But also, because the initial ingredient, a cucumber, doesn't really have a flavor per se, it's really just included because of the hydration that it provides, right? So next up, we're going to be adding in this kale. We know that kale is a very bitter bitter vegetable. And so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna try to juice as much of this kale as I can. I have a huge bag. I don't know if I'm gonna use all this because this is the only bag they had at the store. But based off, I just tasted this. Based off the taste of this, it tastes pretty good right now. So what you might want to do is like when it comes to leafy greens, juice a couple, then add it into the mixture, stir it up, see how it tastes. If you think you can handle more of whatever that leafy green is, add more. If you think you're good, then you can stop. It's really your preference. There's really no right or wrong way to juice. It's just having knowledge of flavor profiles, excuse me. That's really the most important thing. So like for me, like I said, I've been juicing mostly watermelons as of late, just because watermelon is sweet within itself if you know how to pick one. The way I tell people, the way you know you got a sweet watermelon, it'll typically have like a bright yellow spot on the bottom of it, but it'll also you can knock on it. If you knock on a watermelon and you don't feel any kind of sensation of juice moving on the inside, then it's probably not a sweet watermelon. But when you knock on it, and as I say, if that watermelon twerking, yeah, you got a good watermelon. So I've been teaching my wife that, and she actually picked an amazing watermelon from the store yesterday. So shouts out to my wife. But yeah, we're gonna get started on this kale. I'm gonna rinse this off, and then we'll start juicing. Sorry if y'all can't see me. I'm at the sink, man. All right, so I'm gonna just stuff as much of this kale and this juicer as I can, man. That's really all I can do, for real, for real. I've never juiced kale before, so this is gonna be interesting to me to see how it goes. Um, but I know you want to kind of pack it tight, so I'll just start out like this, see what happens. So I'm gonna actually push down on this a little bit. It's working though. It's coming out mad dark green for real. So I guess we'll just keep adding more. Don't worry about the mess. It's easy to clean up. This kale I have has already been like pre-chopped, so that does help. I don't know if you caught that, how dark that juice was coming out. But she's working right now. So you're not gonna get a whole lot of juice out of leafy green vegetables, but what you will get is a lot of those nutrients that come from your leafy green vegetables. The good thing about juicing is you can clean as you go. I'm gonna let this little batch do its thing, and then I'll do a little taste test, man. All right, so adding this. You see how green that is? That's crazy. So we're gonna add this to the mixture. It immediately changes the complexion of the juice altogether. I'm gonna just taste this because I don't even know where we at. I ain't gonna lie, y'all, I'm a little nervous. I don't be making stuff with kale. Oh, that's actually fire. Oh yeah, that's fire. That's fire. We can add more kale to this. You might use this whole bag for real. I don't know what's in that kale, but it just took the flavor up a notch for real. So I'm actually pleasantly surprised with how this kale is adding value to this juice right now. Let's keep going. Of course, I'm gonna help it along, pushing it down. All right, y'all, so we just finished up all the kale. As you can see, it's really that beautiful green. So we're gonna add that to the mixture. Get a better spoon. I'm gonna use a little spatula with holes in it just to make sure I didn't get any actual leaves from the kale in there. I know sometimes that can happen. But this looks good. Yep, see, found a leaf. Now, this is the tricky part, all right? Your next and final ingredient are lemons. When it comes to lemons, once again, it's all about taste. What I like to do, I literally do one lemon at a time. I'll juice the lemon completely, then I'll let it mix in with the current juice, and then I'll try to determine if that's gonna be sour enough or does it balance it out well enough. And yes, you can juice lemon with the peeling still on. The kind of juicer I have is a cold press juicer, so it will, for real, just take the pulp and everything else out with it. So we're gonna see how this one lemon does. I'm thinking, I got 5. I'm thinking it'll be 2 lemons. That'll do the trick. But I have to remember, I'm making this for my mom. And her taste buds are not like mine. So I might call her to see if she can come over and taste it so I can know whether to add more lemon or if it's good as is. I'm doing 2 lemons right now just to see how that's going to taste. So I'm going to give that a few seconds. All right, so adding a lemon to it. Mix this up. Let me see. I'm trying not to pour too much because it's not a whole lot of juice. A little taste. Okay. From that little swig, it's pretty good. I'll probably add 1 more lemon and just leave it at that. My mom can't really do lemons the way I can do lemons, so I don't want to have her upset because it's too sour. You know, when your parents get older, their taste buds change. You gotta be careful how much you sweeten things and make things sour and salty and all of the above, man. So I'm gonna just juice this last lemon and wrap it up. In the meantime, it's always good to clean as you go. So that's what I'm doing. And if you haven't seen any of my other juicing videos, please go check those out. From the unboxing of this juicer to a couple different recipes I tried. I think you'll enjoy the content and get inspired to do some juicing yourself. So just for the record, this is all the pulp. I don't know if y'all can see that, it's falling out my hand, but this is the pulp from everything. Let me get a little closer. So that's the pulp from the lemons and kale and everything. So this thing really works, man. And it's easy cleanup. All I had to do was dump it, I turn it back on, and I let it keep going. But those little bit made about a little under half a pitcher. So if I probably would double my ingredients, I probably would have got a full pitcher of everything that I needed. But yeah, man, overall, I think this turned out really good. I think my mom's gonna like it. Yeah, I think this is good, man. I think my mom's gonna like it. I think it's, as my wife would say, giving what it needs to give. And it's already in the picture, ready to go for my mom. So, yeah, y'all, once again, man, juicing is actually pretty fun once you get into it and get used to it. The health benefits are not a fraud. It works. I've never done any actual like juice fasting or anything like that. So I can't answer no questions about fast when it comes to juicing. I'm pretty sure it would be enjoyable because like I said, even juicing different kind of melons, not only do you stay hydrated, but it helps your appetite. It feels like you're fuller, you know what I'm saying? So just off the strength of that, I know there's got to be more benefits. But like I said, just want to do a video looking out for my mom and her request for this juice that she saw on the website. So my job here is done, man. I hope y'all enjoyed this. Please like, comment, subscribe, keep sharing the content. I know I've been gone for a minute. I'll have a lot to catch y'all up on, but I got a week off from work, so I got free time to do some content this week. So thank y'all for still rocking with me. Thank y'all for being a part of my community, being a part of my YouTube journey. Still trying to get to 1,000 subscribers, and we almost there. We a little over 700 right now, so I'm excited, man. The journey never stops, even though you hit speed bumps and things like that. So my only advice is to just stay focused, whatever your goal is, whether it's social media, work, personal, life. Just keep doing the best you can do every single day. You won't be able to hit every single mark all the time, but if you can be confident by the time your day ends that you did something to add value to your life, someone else's life, or to the goals you set, you really can't lose, man. So with that being said, it's your boy Mitch. I'm out. Peace.